Hi friends, welcome back to the Oracle Integration Cloud Training Program. So this video is a part of lesson 1 and in this lecture we are going to cover module 2 of lesson 1. The module 2 of lesson 1 will cover connection in OIC, what is integration, styles in OIC, mapper and lookups in OIC, connectivity agent and monitoring in OIC, and then integration workflow. So let's get started. What is connection in OIC? Connections define information about the instances of each configuration you are integrating. OIC includes a set of predefined adapters, which are the types of application on which you can base your connection, such as Oracle Sales Cloud, Oracle Right Now Cloud, and others. So let me just take an example of what connection is. Let's suppose you need to create an integration wherein you need to pull or push the data from Oracle ERP. Okay, so first you need to make a connection of Oracle ERP in an integration cloud. So in order to create a ERP connection, you have to choose the adapter. So in OIC there are a lot of adapters which are out of the box adapters provided by Oracle. You need to use the Oracle ERP adapter in order to create a connection. So first you have to choose that adapter, the ERP adapter, and provide some information of ERP, like the host and the port of a ERP and username and the password. So once you provide the information, you have to test the connection so that the connectivity can be established. If the provided credentials are correct, then connection will be tested and the connection will be ready to use in your integration. So that is the connection in OIC. A connection is based on an adapter. For example, to create a connection to a specific Right Now Cloud application instance, we must select the Oracle Right Now adapter. As I mentioned that every connection is based on a predefined adapter offered by Oracle. So connection is an abstract way to create a connection with an application. So in OIC, there are lot of out-of-box adapters which OIC offer, which can be used to create a connection with any application in the world. So these adapters are categorized into different categories, like the Oracle adapters, non-Oracle adapters, the technology-specific adapter, and then social networking adapters. So if we talk about the Oracle adapters, there are different adapters are there in the OIC, like Oracle ERP adapter, like Oracle's Sales Cloud adapter, the HCM adapter, the Oracle Engagement Cloud adapter, the Oracle Monetization adapter, Oracle Field adapter. So these are the Oracle adapters. So apart from this Oracle specific adapter, there are adapters which are not specific to Oracle application, like Workday, like Salesforce, like Microsoft adapter, like Calendar, Contact, Email adapter, Microsoft SQL Server. So these are non-Oracle specific adapter. So there are technology specific adapter as well. What is technology adapter? Let's suppose I need to create an integration with an application for which the application specific adapter is not available. So then in that case, there are a lot of technology which we can use to make an integration with a third-party application. For example, if the third party provides the REST or SOAP APIs, then in OIC there's a REST or SOAP adapters which we can leverage to connect to that application. If REST and SOAPs are not available of that application, then there's a FTP or file adapter as well, which can be integrated with their file system as well. Apart from these, there are database adapters like Oracle database, Microsoft SQL adapter, MySQL adapter, IBM DB2 adapter. Okay, so these are technology specific adapters. Apart from that, there are social networking adapter which you can use to collaborate with your network, like there's a Facebook adapter, there's a LinkedIn adapter, there's a Twitter adapter. So you can use all these adapters to connect n number of applications in the world. So you have to use adapters in order to make a connection with an application. Now, what is integration in OIC? So integrations are the main ingredient of Oracle Integration Cloud. And integration includes at least a trigger, which is called source connection, for requests sent to Oracle Integration Cloud, and a invoke or a target connection for request sent from Oracle Integration Cloud to the target, and the field mapping between those two connections. Let me take an example here. If you needed to create an integration between two applications, the source application and then target application. So first you have to create a two connection, one with the source application and the second is the target application. Then you have to create an integration wherein you will use these two connection, the source connection and then target connection. And then once you use this connection, the visual mapper will come in wherein you will map the data from source application to the target application, so that data can flow from one application to another application. So that is called integration, which is integrating two applications or more application. That is called integration. So this is the main ingredient of a Oracle Integration Cloud. Okay, so here you see in the picture, this is called an integration, where you can see different activities which can be used in a single integration. So you can massage the data, you can do a for looping, you can do a exception handling. There are multiple things you can do in an integration. Now style in OIC. So what is style? So for every integration which we going to create, it based on a pattern, or we can say style. When we create an integration, okay, when we click on a create button on a integration page, there's a dialog box which comes in, and in the dialog box it will give you an option to select any one of the patterns available. So there are total 6 patterns available. One is app driven orchestration. The app driven orchestration is one of the most useful pattern which can be used to create a complex integration. So this is the multi-step integration flow invoking application, integrations and processes triggered by an application or an API. Whenever you have a requirement to create a real-time integration, so you can opt this app-driven orchestration pattern, wherein you have required to create a complex integration, wherein you have to do massaging of the data. You need to for looping, do a for loop on an array. You need to massage the data. You need to combine the data from different application and then send this aggregated data to the target application. So such type of complex integration can be created with the help of app-driven orchestration pattern. The second is the schedule orchestration. Schedule orchestration pattern is again a pattern which allow you to create a scheduled orchestration. If you needed to create an integration which can run on a certain frequency, get the data from a single application and send this to a different application. If you have such kind of requirement to run your integration on a certain frequency, you can opt this schedule orchestration pattern. So this is mainly used for batch and bulk integrations. The third pattern is the file transfer. The file transfer pattern is again a scheduled orchestration type of pattern. When you choose it, a scheduled orchestration will be created, which you can schedule. Mainly, it is used to transfer file from one network to another. For example, if you have a requirement wherein you need to pull a file from one secure network and you need to send the file to a different network, so you can use this file transfer pattern. The fourth one is the basic routing pattern. The basic routing pattern is one of the simplest pattern available in an integration, wherein you can involve only two applications at a time. One as a source application, second as a target application. This pattern does not allow you to do multiple things. You cannot do logging, you cannot do for looping, you cannot do scope activity, you cannot put any assign activity. You can just put a single enrichment in the basic routing. So this is not much useful, but yes, this is useful wherein you just need to transfer data as it is from one application to another. The another two pattern, publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC, is one of the useful pattern. I hope you have heard about JMS, Java Messaging Service, which is used to publish the data and which is used to subscribe the data, like the topic. Okay, so JMS we you actually use to publish the data into the JMS queues, and then we have a different subscriber on the queues so that the data can be extracted. Same ways in OIC there are two patterns. So these two patterns are just like the JMS queues. Okay, when you use publish to OIC, okay, you have to take the data from one application in a real time and then send this data to the OIC messaging queue. So they are inbuilt messaging queues in a OIC where you can push the data. And then subscribe to OIC pattern is used to subscribe that the OIC queues and then publish the data to a different downstream application. Let me take an example where these two patterns can be used. I say there's a one HRMS application in your system where all the application employees gets created. There are two different downstream application wherein you need to send these employees so that the employees can be functional into another application as well. So for that, you have to create a publisher process which will take the data from the HRMS application in a real time. And then once an employee gets created, you can send this to the OIC messaging queue. Okay. Now you need to send this employee to the subscriber to downstream application. So you have to create two subscribers based on the subscribe to OIC pattern. When you use this subscribe to OIC pattern, it will allow you to choose the publisher integration. So you choose this publisher integration and then connect to your downstream application. Okay. So when you activate this integration, let's suppose you have created two subscribers. Okay. If any messages come into the OIC queue with the help of publish to OIC pattern, both the subscriber will be fired at the moment. And then these subscribers will send the data to the downstream application at the same time. If any one of the subscriber is down, at the time a new message comes in, the message will be lost for that subscriber and we cannot recover it. Which means the queues which are there in the OIC are not persistent. It is just push the data. Let's suppose there are two subscribers connected to it. If both the subscribers are up, they will get the data and they can use the data. So these are the patterns offered by Oracle Integration Cloud. Now what is mapper? A visual mapper is provided that enables you to map fields between applications with different data structures by dragging source fields onto a target field. So whenever you try to integrate two applications, a visual mapper is required. Okay, without that you cannot transfer data. So a visual mapper is nothing. It shows the source data as well as the target data. Data means the fields. Okay, here you say in the screenshot, a visual mapper is there wherein you can see the left hand side the source field and the right hand side are the target field. So you need to map the source field to the target field. You just need to drag a source field and drop onto the target field. So a single source can be connected with a multiple targets field, but vice versa is not possible. If you wanted to map two fields to a single target, you cannot do that. Okay. Lookup in OIC. Use lookups in your integration to create reusable tables that map the different terms used to describe the same item across your application. So let me take an example over here. I say I need to create an integration between two applications, source and then target. Source application say, hey, I maintain the country. Target application say, hey, I also maintain the countries. But source application says, hey, I maintain the countries in the country code. But target says, hey, I don't maintain the country code, I maintain the country name. So you have to do this mapping at the design time. So you have to take the country code from the source application, but you have to send the corresponding country name to the target application. Okay. For that, what you can do, you can create a lookup as a country lookup. Okay. And then you can maintain all the mappings, country code and then country name. And during design time, you can refer that lookup. And then you can use these country code and the country name columns in order to get the country code from the source application, map it, get the country name and send to the downstream application. So this is one of the beautiful component in a OIC, and this lookup can be updated at any point of time without changing your integration. So let's say you have maintained 5 country code for the time being, but later you realized you need to add 5 more entries. Okay, then you can just open that lookup and then add more 5 entries and then save that lookup, and then these new values will be reflected automatically in the integration. You don't need to change that integration. So that is all about the lookup. So we will talk about in detail when we will use the lookup as well. We will show you how to use lookup in OIC. Connectivity agent in OIC. Connectivity agent is again one of the most important part of the OIC. Okay. The on-premises connectivity agent enables you to create integrations and exchange messages between on-premises application and Oracle Integration Cloud. As I mentioned, Oracle Integration Cloud is a Oracle offering and it is pure internet-facing application. So it is a middleware platform which allows a connectivity between cloud application as well as the on-premise application. No application in the world on the cloud cannot identify your on-premise networks directly. So in order to identify the on-premise network from the cloud application, you have to bring something into the picture. It might be a VPN, it might be a proxy. So connectivity agent is the agent which works as a proxy to communicate between cloud and the on-premise application. So the connectivity agent is very small installer which you have to install on your on-premise network in order to make a connectivity between Oracle Integration Cloud and an on-premises application. So this connectivity is must if you wanted to communicate with any on-premises application. So if you are going to create SaaS to SaaS application integration, you don't require that connectivity agent. Connectivity agent is only required when you require to connect your on-premises application with the help of Integration Cloud. So again, we will talk about this term connectivity agent later in the part of this program, and we will show you how we can connect to our on-premises application, how to install it, and what are the prerequisites in order to install this connectivity agent. Monitoring in OIC. So let's suppose you have created multiple integration in OIC. Now you need to monitor it. So the admin guy need to monitor all the integrations which are up and running. It is required, so it is mandatory for the admin person to check time to time how many integrations are working fine, how many integrations instances got failed, what are the success ratio, how many messages has been received all over the integration, how many got success, how many got failure. They need to track the errors, they need to get a notification, they need to do multiple tasks. Okay, so Oracle integration offers a rich monitoring dashboard which gives integration insights into the tab. Here you see a picture, so which shows different information on a single page. Same way, there are 6 different screens provided by Oracle as a monitoring dashboard, which can help you to monitor on your integration. Again, this is very high level. We will discuss this in detail in later part of this particular training. Now, we'll talk about the integration workflow. Whenever you need to create an integration, there are some steps you need to follow, which is called integration workflow. Okay, the first step is create connection. As I mentioned that in order to create an integration with any application, first you have to create a connection with the help of out of the box adapter. So first you have to create a connection. If you wanted to integrate two application, you have to create two connections, one with source application and the second with target application. But these connections will be based on the adapters available in Oracle integration. Second, you have to create an integration using the available pattern. As I mentioned, there are 6 available patterns. You can use any one of them based on your requirement. If you wanted to create a schedule integration, you can opt the schedule. If you wanted to create a real-time integration, you can use app-driven orchestration. So once you select it, it will integration canvas will be opened. In that integration canvas, you have to drop the connection, one as a source, the second as a target. So once your integration, once you drop the connection, a visual mapper will be created automatically on the integration canvas, which will hold all the source and target fields. So you just need to modify that mapper, just open that mapper and then drag and drop source and target fields. So somewhere you need to use lookups as well. Okay, so you can use the lookup function. There's a lookup value function which will help you to refer the lookups which you have created at a design time. Once your mapping is done, you can close the mapper. So every mapper has a accessibility file. So you can open the integration archive file and you can see the accessibility and you can do that modification from the backend as well. Once your integration is completed, okay, you need to deploy your integration. So in the Oracle integration, you don't need to deploy it on a different server. So every integration which you create will be deployed on the OIC server, and the same will happen from the same application. So Oracle integration offers a button which is called a switcher button, which allow you to switch on your integration. As soon as you switch on your integration, it will be deployed on your OIC servers and will be available to use it. So once your integration is activated, it will be deployed and you can use it for your testing purpose, and then you can move it to the target instance as well. And then once your integration is activated and people are using it, okay, the integration can be kicked off from different tools like Postman or SOAP UI, or any consumer can call it with the help of any coding. If this is scheduled integration, the integration will be scheduled at any time of frequency and it will run as per the frequency. Now once your integration is ready, okay, you need to monitor the integration with the help of monitoring dashboard. So this monitoring dashboard allow you to monitor your integration insights. So that's all about the integration workflow. First, create a connection. Second, create an integration. Then use a mapper to map the data from source application to target. Then activate your integration and then monitor your integration with the help of monitoring dashboard. So that's all about as part of this module 2. Now we will jump in to the module 3 of this lesson, wherein we will see how to create Oracle Integration Cloud and how to subscribe the Oracle Cloud. That's all for this particular module. Thank you. Bye-bye.